Good afternoon. First of all, I would like to thank Almighty God for giving us the opportunity of His life and grace and love na nakarating kami dito, and we will share the Catholic side tungkol sa mga tema natin ngayon that we will discuss. I also would like to thank our bishops who blessed me, Most Reverend Bishop Filomeno Bactol of Navalbiliran, who gave me a blessing to come here and share to you the gospel of the Roman Catholic Church. And then also Most Reverend Bishop Teodoro Macani of Manila. And napasalamat ko rin sa mga end-time ministries, Reverend Francis Chan and pastors and ministers of your church. And also my friend here, Sir Louis Ong, who is known to be the greatest evangelical defender in Luzon. Meron din sa counterpart on sa Visayas. So thank you, Brother Louis, for welcoming me. So now I will defend the proposition, which is religion necessary for salvation? I would even add, because this is a general proposition, I would even add, if Brother Louis would permit me, that I would also prove in this proposition that the Catholic religion specifically is necessary and is needed for salvation. Okay? Brother Louis, do you agree? Okay. Thank you very much. So within 20 minutes, I will defend this proposition that the Catholic religion specifically is needed for our salvation. Now, to start this dialogue, by the way, I would like to have this dialogue in English as much as possible, because we have also many viewers from other nations, other countries outside the Philippines, and people in Luzon requested me to make it in English and Tagalog so that maybe you would also understand this. Now, we have first to define words in our proposition. First, religion. What does religion mean? I have here with me a reference, which is a standard reference, the American Heritage Dictionary, which defines religion as this, as such. Religion. Since we also are educated in elementary, high school, and college, of course, all of us knows that we need to have a dictionary to define terms. Religion says here, in page 582, an organized system of beliefs and rituals centering on a supernatural being or beings. Letter B, adherence to such a system. Number 2, a belief upheld or pursued with zeal and devotion. In Latin, religio or religare. Religious adjective of or relating to religion. Adhering to or manifesting religion, pious godly. Napakaliwanag, no? Very clear. It is an organized system of belief centering on a certain deity. So religion, merong Diyos sa kinikilala, tapos may paniniwala or pananampalataya tungkol sa Diyos at sa kanyang mga aral o turo. So yan ang religion. Now, is the word religion, is it a biblical word? Yes, of course. Because actually the Bible uses the word religion. Hindi lang yan hamon sa dictionary, but it's really a biblical term. Now, I've read the definition in the American Heritage Dictionary. Let me read in the scriptures where the word religion is. In the original Greek, the word religion is threskeia. I would like to use the King James Bible, because it is the Bible beloved by the Protestants, by the Catholics, and I'm sure End-Times Ministry Church and even Brother Louis, Christian Reformed Church, also love this Bible version, the King James Bible. In James chapter 1, verse 26 to 27, it says, if anyone among you seem to be religious, and braveth not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart, this man's religion is vain. The first verse in James 1:26, before I go to verse 27, says there is a vain religion. That vain religion that is useless and cannot be needed for salvation, is that in which it teaches the wrong doctrines, meaning one who does not bridle his tongue, meaning he tells lies, and he deceives his own heart, meaning lies are being taught. That is false religion, that is vain and useless religion, James 1:26. But in 27, verse 27, it is very clear. Pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this. So there is pure religion and undefiled and acceptable to God the Father Almighty. What is this? To visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction and to keep oneself unspotted from the world. The Greek word here used in the original languages, since the New Testament is written in Greek, is preskeia. Preskeia. Another synonymous Greek word of this is eusebia, meaning godliness. In other versions of the scriptures in the New Testament, especially by non-Catholic translators, Good News Bible, The Message, and other Living Bible translation, Living Bible, etc., the modern non-Catholic and Protestant translation, they interchangeably use this word religion in English, translate this from the original, either preskeia, James 1:7, or eusebia, in 1 Timothy chapter 6, it is also written, 1 Timothy 3:16, and sometimes also in latria, or worship, pagsasamba. Latria, eusebia, godliness, and then preskeia, religion. So, now, it is very clear. The proposition, is religion necessary for salvation? Yes, because God the Father accepts true and undefiled religion. And that religion is no other than the Christian religion. Why? Because in the Living Bible translation, we can read this verse. The same verse, but in a new translation, this is not a biased translation to the Roman Catholic Church. Because this is a Protestant translation, the Living Bible translation, and now also revised by the New Living Translation, NLT, and Living Bible. We can read here in James 1:6-7, what pure and undefiled religion is acceptable to God the Father, according to King James. In the New Living Bible, it is specified. James 1:6-7, Living Bible, anyone who says he is a Christian, but doesn't control his sharp tongue is just fooling himself. And his religion isn't worth much. So there, the word Christian, meaning the Christian religion, if you are not following the Christian religion in its truest form, then it is useless for you. Meaning you're a fake Christian. No? That religion cannot save you. But in 27, but the Christian, in King James Version, religion that is purely found, in Living Bible, the Christian, meaning the Christian religion, who is pure and without fault from God the Father's point of view, is the one who takes care of orphans and widows and who remains true to the Word that showed and guarded by his contacts with the world. Actually, the word Christian here, when referring to the true and real religion, James 1:6-7, according to the Living Bible and the King James Version, the religion, the Christian religion, which teaches only truth and not lies, and the true morality, yung tamang moralidad, tamang pananampalataya, true faith. Kasi pag mali, false faith, false morality, that is false religion. That cannot save you. That cannot help you in attaining salvation. But if it's true and real religion, then it can help you attain salvation. And it is necessary. Because God the Father Himself accepts that kind of Christian religion that is true. James 1:6-7, Living Bible Translation. James 1:6-7, King James Version. I will also read here the New Testament Psalms and Proverbs in contemporary language by Dr. Eugene H. Peterson, The Message from Press. This is again another Protestant non-Catholic translation, so this is not bias against the Catholic Church. This is also favorite of the Protestants because this is a new and fresh translation. In the same verse, it says here in James chapter 1, verse 26-27, let us read. Anyone who sets himself up as religious by talking a good game is self-deceived. This kind of religion is hot air and only hot air. In 27, real religion, meaning there is something as a real religion, true religion, and that is the Christian religion. So we compare translations so that we can really understand what the verse means. The real religion, according to St. James, the Message, the kind that passes muster before God the Father, is this: reach out to the homeless and loveless in their plight, and guard against corruption from the godless world. So there is such thing as a real religion, the Message translation of the Scriptures, and then it is the Christian religion, the Living Bible and New Living Bible translation of the Protestant Church. Same verse, James 26-27, and it is acceptable to God the Father, King James Version, the same verse, James 1:26-27. So this verse alone would prove the proposition. Now I say, for an addendum, that it is a Catholic religion, because actually, even here in the old Bible, the King James, that is made, have a commentary by a known Protestant author by the name of Dr. Scofield. He says here that these 7 letters, James, 1 Peter, 2 Peter, 1st and 2nd and 3rd John, and the letter of St. Jude, these are called the Catholic letters, or the general and Catholic epistles. The 7 letters, according to Dr. James Scofield, James 1 Peter, 2 Peters, 1, 2, and 3rd John, and Jude have been known since the early centuries as the Catholic or general epistles. The description refers to the fact that unlike the Pauline epistles, they are not addressed to particular churches or to individuals, but rather to a wider circle and even to the church as a whole. The earliest designation of these letters was the word Catholic, meaning in the Greek Catholis, in Latin Catholicos, used in the sense of universal or universal, general being a more term for this group of epistles or letters. So yun ang komentary ni Dr. Scofield sa King James Bible. So meaning yung James is a Catholic letter. Meaning it's Catholic letter for all the Catholic Church of the Universal Church. I was happy when I entered your church because somebody asked a question to Brother Francis Chan, and Brother Chan answered that the church in Matthew 16:18 is the Universal Church or the Catholic Church founded by Christ. Actually, that is true because that is the church founded by Christ. And that religion, as I say, is no other than the Catholic religion. So the epistles of James is the Catholic epistle of James. I have here the Douay-Rheims version of the Bible. The Douay-Rheims version of the Bible actually is translated around 1540s. Although this is a Catholic translation, but seems with the King James, the original King James, uses the word general or Catholic epistle. The same also with the Douay-Rheims version. For example, the Catholic epistle of St. Jude Apostle. In the Latin version, from the original Latin in which this is translated by the translators of the Douay-Rheims version, Epistola Catholica ad Sancti Dei Apostoli. We also have St. James and St. Peter. It's also a Catholic epistle, supporting the claim of Dr. Scofield, Reverend Scofield, the Protestant, the Catholic epistle of St. James the Apostle. The commentary says, this epistle is called Catholic or universal, as formerly we also called epistles of St. Peter. So remember Dr. Scofield, the Protestant, I read in the King James version, the same commentary in the Douay-Rheims version of the Catholic Church. The first of St. John and that of St. Jude, because they were not written to any particular people or particular person, but to the faithful in general. So the universal letter are called the Catholic epistles. 7 letters: James, 1 Peter, 2 Peter, 1 John, 2 John, 3 John, and the letter of St. Jude. So Protestant and Catholic, they both agree that these are Catholic letters. Now the Christian religion, if we ask our Protestant brothers, especially evangelicals in America who is known, if you look for Mr. Dennis de Souza in YouTube, you can find him. He's a good evangelical debater, defending the existence of God in many of his debates in YouTube. He states here in his book, what's so great about Christianity? Is Christianity really a religion according to the Bible? Is it supported? Yes. Here, Dr. De Souza is also a former advisor of the President of the United States of America. Says here in page 3, The Twilight of Atheism, the Global Triumph of Christianity. God has come back to life. The world is witnessing a huge explosion of religious conversion and growth. Ano kung religion yun na maraming na-convert, experience a huge explosion of conversion and growth? Christianity is growing faster than any other religion. So these are evangelicals. And it tells us that Christianity is a religion who is growing and many are converted. Amen? Amen. So many are converted according to Dennis de Souza. And then another evangelical also, he's an apologist, Mr. Ron Rhodes, the 10 most important things you can say to a Catholic. This is an anti-Catholic apologetic book. And here, when he describes Christianity, how does he describe Christianity? We will just read it on page 114 of his book. He says, The word Christian is actually used only 3 times in the New Testament. The most important being in Acts 11:26, see also Acts 26:28 and 1 Peter 4:16. So the word Christian is found here in the scriptures. It is instructive to observe what this word meant among those to whom the term was originally applied. By so doing, we can see whether we are Christians according to the way the Bible itself defines the term. In Acts 11:26, we are told simply and straightforwardly that the disciples were first called Christians at Antioch. Acts 11:26. This would have been around AD 42, about a decade after Christ died on the cross and rose from the dead. What does the term mean? The answer is found in the IAN, the ending of the word Christian. For among the ancients, this ending meant belonging to the party of. So merong partido, merong party, merong sekta, merong denomination. Herodians belong to the party of Herod, sekta ni Herod. Caesarians belong to the party of Caesar. Christians belong to Christ, the party of Christ. And Christians were loyal to Christ, just as the Herodians were loyal to Herod, and Caesarians were loyal to Caesar. See Matthew 22:16, Mark 26, Mark 12:13. The significance of the name Christians was that these followers of Jesus were recognized as a distinct group. Their party, the Christians, was seen as distinct from Judaism and as distinct from all other religions of the ancient world. So talagang religion ang Christianity. What's so great about Christianity? It is really a religion. If you are a Christian and you would not claim that it is a religion or you have no religion, that is a misrepresentation and that is a misinformation. And if you use the Bible in proving that Christianity is not a religion, then that is a misinterpretation of the Bible verse. Because these are evangelical apologists that I'm reading. These are brilliant and intelligent Protestants. They are not even Catholic. They say that religion is really there in the Bible, that in the Old Testament Judaism is the religion, the true religion of the Jews. Among the pagan nations, the Jews are the chosen people of God. But in the New Testament, it is clear. James 1:26-27 is enough to prove the proposition that religion is very necessary for salvation. That is the real and true religion. That is the undefiled and true religion. And that is the Christian religion, according to the translations I have read to you here. Now, since the church is also a religion, it is written also in the Bible. It is a Protestant Bible. Discovering the Good News New Testament today's English version. We know for a fact, okay, thank you very much for that reminder, that Christ founded the church, Matthew 16:18. Thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and even the gates of hell shall not prevail against you. In English, and ito ni Cristo. I know, since we are Christians, we all believe that Christ founded the church. Amen? Amen. May iglesia, may church. Yung church, meron yung religion. Hindi pwedeng church, tapos walang religion kasi if you claim to be a church and you have no religion, meaning you are not a true Christian. Because a true Christian, according to St. Paul, a true church has a Christian religion, according to 1 Timothy 3:15-16. Maybe this will be the last verse that I will quote. But if I delay, St. Paul says in 1 Timothy 3:15-16, Good News Bible, the Discovery Bible, according to Protestant, the letter will let you know how we should conduct ourselves in God's household, which is the church of the living God, the pillar and the support of truth. Another in church of the living God, the pillar and support of the truth. This is the true church, the church of truth, the church of God. No one can deny how great is the secret of our religion. In the Greek, eusekia, godliness, equivalent synonymous to preskia in James 1:26-27, religion. He appeared in human form, was shown to the right by the Spirit, and was seen by angels. He was preached among the nations, was believed throughout the world, and was taken up to heaven. 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 15-16. So yung tunay na iglesia, church, mayroong religion, yung Christian religion, na for me, it's Catholic. Because in the original, I will also a Greek Bible, in the original Greek, Acts 9:31, it says, Hemen hon Ecclesias Catholistes, Eubias, Egalias, Samarias, the Catholic Church, all throughout Judea, Galilee, and Samaria, this is in the original Greek. So, Catholic epistles, 7 letters, universal letters. Then in the Bible, Acts 9:31, Ecclesias Catholicos, the Catholic Church, and it is the one true religion, one true church, 1 Timothy 3:15-16, in which Christ founded in Matthew 16:18-19. So, if my friend here, Brother Louis, was wondering, he is a Christian, Christian Reformed Church, yes, also a church, And why he does not believe that a certain religion, which is Christianity, the Christian religion, even for his own specific church, the Christian Reformed Church, is not necessary for salvation. If he should be a true Christian, my friend Louis, if he should be a true member of the Church of Jesus Christ, then he must have that religion according to Paul and according to James. 1 Timothy 3:15-16 and James chapter 1, verse 26-27. So I think I have already given you the stand of the Roman Catholic Church. Thank you very much and good afternoon again.
Praise God. So, maganda. Na-take note nyo. Okay lang siguro mamaya magkaroon ng audience participation. So, ano English? Hindi ko marunong mag-English. Okay, praise the Lord. So, to those who are in, who hear this presentation, you should write, take it down, and then ask the question after the presentation. So, Pastor Luis, 20 minutes presentation. Per minute, time ay...
Start now. Start.
Okay. Maraming salamat po.
English.
Huwag niyo akong pilitin. Hindi ako sanay ng dire-diretso sa English. Okay. So, kasi baka may announcement ko
Sayang naman.
maraming salamat po sa mga